Hello. It's been a while. I've been definitely not on my game. And I felt like it was too tacky to come back. It's too tacky to come back after the new year, right? Cuz everyone's going to be doing something stupid like that. New year goal, new year resolution, which more power to you if that's your thing. Go for it, right? I've done that too many times to the point where I just don't end up following through or doing it, or it just feels like fake, Like you always do those things. That's like with New Year's resolutions. You always end up planning it out. Everyone plans it out. Oh, I'm going to go to the gym every fucking day. And then nothing really happens after about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just projecting, right? Ooh, look at that. Sophisticated, intelligent, intellectual, right? Listen to me. What am I, a therapist? Speaking of projecting and being a therapist, I keep telling my wife, she doesn't project, I do the projecting. I keep telling her, it's a real shame that I'm the one out of the two of us that puts themselves out to just do this kind of stuff. I push myself to be in front of a camera, be comfortable, do all this stuff. And she should really be the one doing that because she's the one with she's well spoken, she's powerful, she just knows how to articulate her words better than I do. I'm more of just bullshit entertainment kind of guy, I'm here if you're having a bad day and you need to forget about it, that's kind of what I'm here for. Or if you want to compare your life to somebody else's in order to make yourself feel good, use mine. That's what I'm also here for. Right? My life's not that great. I'm just kidding. My life's a lot better now that I live where I live. It's a lot better here, I'll tell you that much, than it is in Seattle. Which, okay, I know I'm going to get some shit for this, but hey, we all were fucking doing it, right? The COVID shit. I went home for the holidays for 10 days. 10 days I was home in Seattle. And I keep calling it home, right? Is that a thing after you move away? Does the old place do you still consider it your home? Because I feel more at home here in Nashville than I did in Seattle, right? As a kid, obviously, growing up, but after when I went to college and then Ellensburg, Washington, I never really considered that home to me. But I didn't really ever consider Kirkland or Bellevue or anywhere else to be home, right, after college. So the move has done me, and my psyche, right, has done me wonder. This is also a late night podcast, right? I kind of like this. I'm talking quieter because I think my wife is sleeping or might be on her way to sleeping. So, I could see this is late night. I should have a fireplace going or something. Also, you can tell right now that my ADHD is in full blast. It's absurd. The amount of distractions that my brain causes on a day-to-day basis. That's why I was so good. Okay. See, and then here I go again. My mind, dude. Look where I'm about to go. I'm pretty good at public speaking. And I have notes, by the way. I have notes for this whole thing. And I haven't even looked yet. I might just start talking. And I'm good at that. I'm good at just talking. And that's what I'm saying. My wife, she should be doing this. Because she has actual points to make. And she's here, I believe she's here to inspire others. I don't think I am here for that purpose. But I have the gift of just chatting and being able to riff. And I was always really good at public speaking. I remember I was in a communications class in college with my girlfriend at the time. it's all good. We parted ways, and I hope she's doing okay. But we're in the same communications class, and we had to do a presentation for marketing. And I remember because I'm a film major, right? I had no business. I just needed extra credits. And I was like, oh, that should be easy, right? Because film is considered a communications class or course. So I took the class, and I ended up like smoking her entire team with my presentation. And the professor pulled, and this isn't, I'm like not bragging. Well, maybe a little bit, but the professor pulled me aside and was like, you're in the wrong field of work, is what he told me. He was, you're focused on the wrong things. That's pretty much what he was telling me. Like, he was telling me, you're good at this and you're in film. What are you doing? So, I don't know. Good, oops. I don't know. Was that a mistake? Was it a mistake to get into film and video studies? I'm going to say no, right? Because I enjoy it. But I always use this with my wife as well. I tell her she's too smart to be doing what she does. That's not to knock the company or anything like that. She's very intellectual. She's gifted. And for me, it's like I call it using your powers for evil, right? Like, if you're gifted at something, you should be using that to inspire or help others or utilize it in a field that you get lit up about, right? So like, that's like, for me, like, I'm obviously ADHD. I can all day, right? I don't know anybody else that likes to hear themselves talk more than me. And I don't know if that's a conceited thing. I think that's it's just unfortunate for a lot of people. I think me going into another field of work, even though I'm a struggle bus, baby, I am struggling, huh? The move hasn't been easy, moving down to Nashville. I had a lot of fun right off the bat, but then COVID, and then, well, COVID's always existed, but it flared back up, and then businesses got scared, and spending kind of withered away, if you will. It's interesting, dude. Okay, great. We're already, look, Ryan, use your notes, baby. We're already on our way to the first topic. Last night, I watched Soul by Disney Pixar. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great. Dude, it almost made me cry on several parts. Several scenes in that movie are very touching. I'm going to drink my water because I haven't drank it yet. But if you haven't watched it, I don't know what to tell you. Can I? Okay, I will do this. Non-spoiler, because it's fresh, and I want everyone to watch it. I'm non-spoiler here. Obviously, it's about a guy and his soul, right? And it's about, like, what a soul's purpose is on Earth, and, like, you get a chance to live. You get a chance to walk amongst the living. And every soul, it talks about, like, how every soul has, like, a purpose, or a spark is what they were, or I think it's a combination of the two. They were saying spark is like the thing that lights you up, it gets you excited. Everyone has one. Everyone's gifted with one. And that's before you, like, find your body. So you find your body and you're, like, born, and then you gotta, then you develop, you fall in love with something that you're, like, that's unexpected. Like, for me, it would be film and video, right? That would be, like, my spark. But everybody has, like, a greater purpose, right, of utilizing those talents or their presence to, I don't know, better the earth, better the community, better people around them, their surroundings, family. I don't really know. I'm not a philosopher here, but it makes you think. And I know, like, so there was a part There's a part they talk about lost souls. Okay, it's very brief. This is not a spoiler. Lost souls. They talk about lost souls, and in the movie they're portrayed as like these like sad, dark looking creatures, and it kind of calls you out, because the whole idea is that these lost souls get so caught up in their work or money or status or climbing the corporate ladder, bunch of different things you could apply it to. It's very vague, but it definitely calls your ass out. And if you're bothered by it, it's kind of like if the shoe fits type of shit, right? Dude, it fucks you up. There's a guy who, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Watch a movie. This isn't even a fucking spoiler. This is just a scene in the movie. Okay, so the lost soul in the movie, he ends up being like a broker or like a stockbroker or something like that, and these people pretty much bring him out of his like lost soul trance, and he's like, oh, like, he like kind of wakes up a second, and then they show him his life, and it's just him miserable at his fucking desk looking at numbers and just very like acidic shit, high frequency bullshit, and there's just a bunch of like papers, and he's in an office, and he wakes, like, the soul goes back into the body, right? The awakened soul goes back into this guy's body, and he wakes up, and he has this moment where he's like, oh my God, like, I'm alive. And he starts like knocking over his computer and all this shit, and he's running around the office, and he's just yelling about how like he's alive, and he feels free, and he feels like he's got like a second chance, pretty much, is how I interpreted it. You could interpret it however you want. How I look at it is, you have a moment where you're caught up in your shit, you're caught up in your life, and you feel like you're a lost soul, right? And you feel like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and then all of a sudden, you have this moment, you have this wake up moment where you're like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like, it's spooky, because I've had that multiple times, and I feel like I'm on like a third or fourth chance by now. Like, I've had multiple wake up moments in jobs, and in life, where, because it doesn't have to just be a job. Like, the job thing is very complicated, very technical. Like, everyone's got to have some source of income. Everyone's got to do something. If you're fortunate enough to have like a support system to support your craft and whatever, and I could just fucking tangent. I'm not gonna go down that road. It's great. Watch the fucking movie. It's good. It's really good. I was like very moved by it. It's very good. And off of that, I was talking about, what was I talking about? Yeah, Soul, dude. It's good. And Jamie Foxx is really good in it. He's the main character. He's the main dude. Man, I posted this thing. I posted this TikTok. Or I posted the video. I posted the video of me tasting the Bud Light seltzers. And I look like shit in it. Like, I have these like purple bags under my eyes. I probably do right now. But I don't get a lot of sleep, and I don't really take care of myself. I'm trying to take care of myself better. I'm trying to be, and there's, my sister called my ass out and commented on the thing, and she said, are those bags designer? Oh, absolute roasted me. I did not appreciate that, but it was pretty good. And it's pretty accurate, because I look like shit. And I have fat bags under my fucking eyes. But, dude, while I was home, because obviously everyone existed over the holidays, right? Hopefully everyone's safe and healthy, and I'm honestly surprised. I should not have gone home. We definitely should not have left Nashville. I thought I was coming home to also work, but my client bailed on me. So that's great. So I came home for Just I still got to spend time with family and friends and whatever. So it played out, however. But I am very surprised because we bounced between 3 houses in 3 different, parties and met up with friends, and we were playing it very loose. Should not have been doing that at all. Knock on wood, everyone feels healthy, I assume. Everyone wanted to take the risk. Dude, the numbers for COVID are going to fucking skyrocket after the holidays because of idiots like us. Like, we just think that we're fucking above the law or whatever and can do whatever and get away with whatever. It's really unfortunate. But, is what it is. Ow, dude, my neck. See, and my posture too is ass. I'm all sorts of fucked up. But, what I was going to say about the holidays. See, here we go with the fucking ADHD. Wonder Woman came out on Christmas Day, right? What a treat. What a present. Thanks, Warner Brothers. Came out on HBO. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. We're going to talk about a good movie, Soul. Let's talk about a shit movie, Wonder Woman. I watched it on the plane. I was very excited about it. I'm like, okay, I got a 4-hour plane ride back to Nashville. I'm going to watch Wonder Woman. And everyone was texting me, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's trash. It's ass. Don't watch it. I ended up watching it. Should have listened. At least it got me through the flight. See? Perspective. At least it got me through the flight. But it is terrible. I don't really understand. There's so many jumbled up themes in there. And I liked, what's his name? Pedro Pascal. Pascal? Is that how you say his name? Not really sure. The guy who plays the Mandalorian, and he was in Game of Thrones. He plays a villain in there. He's pretty good. And again, I don't know if that's just because I'm partial to the Mandalorian and Game of Thrones, and I just like the actor. So I don't know if I'm just giving him grace. But I can't say the same for the rest of the movie. It's pretty terrible. There's a scene where, if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. There's a scene where she swoops in. And it's all very cheesy effects. And I don't know why they did this or chose to go with it. But there's a scene where she's fighting moving vehicles, right? They're going 60 miles per hour on Sahara roads and desert straightaways. And there's these kids that are running out in front of the fucking car chase for I don't know what reason. But Wonder Woman uses her lasso. And she swoops in like she's Spider-Man, and she swoops these kids, and then she lets go of the thing because she's becoming weak. And she has these kids in her arms, and she's tumbling down the road with these kids. And then they all get up. Dude, she was going at least 50 miles per hour on this lasso. Swoops the kids, drops mid-swoop, falls, tumbles. Kids are holding onto her. The effects are terrible. They look like dummies, and they're all doing rotations, rolling on the concrete, kids included. And the kids get up and walk off the street. That's confusing. Because I don't think that would happen. I'm just not sure that would happen. And that's fine. I'm okay with stretching the truth a little bit in films, but let's not go there. And the whole thing was, I was also disappointed. Okay, huge fan of Stranger Things. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things and the 80s vibe. I love that. I love all of it. This movie is called Wonder Woman 84 or 1984. I'm not really sure. It's promoted as WW84. There's one scene that actually stands out as 80s, and it's the beginning where they're hanging out in a mall. And I'm wondering if they spent all their budget on this mall, on this set, because after that, there's really not much else that happens that gives you those 80s vibes. And they had a lot to play with. They could have done so much. But the rest of the movie is very interesting. So if you want to laugh if you want to cry and have a philosophical moment, watch Soul. But if you want to laugh and you want to feel sorry for the filmmakers, go watch Wonder Woman. I think it's a win-win, honestly. Again, perspective. I enjoyed it. I enjoy being able to laugh at it now. And it got me through the flight, so that's great. Dude, another movie. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to stay positive here, but I can't help it. I really can't. It's baked into my nature. Another movie, Midnight Sky. Dude, God bless George Clooney's sexy ass, because I don't know what he was thinking. Midnight Sky is probably the worst movie I've ever seen, and I don't know how it got greenlit, and I also don't know why Netflix would want to buy it. And this one, I am definitely okay with spoiling, because you're not going to ever watch it, and if you have already watched it, you understand where I'm coming from. Dude, okay, this movie takes place. The whole point of the movie is like, it's like actors got together and were like, we need a positive message this year. Let's scare some people straight. So the whole idea of the movie is to show that Earth is overpolluted and it's dying. The air quality is dropping. And the only place that is safe is Antarctica, I think. I think it's Antarctica. That would make sense. Yes. And it's like futuristic. So these people, these spaceships they sent out shuttles of people. And these spaceships are trying to like go planet to planet to planet to planet of like projected, like where they think that they would be able to create life and live on, right? These planets. Turns out they overprojected or something, and they end up going to the certain planets, and the planets can't sustain life. These people die, or they get hit by asteroids, or whatever happens. I don't really give a shit. But George Clooney is trying to signal the last ship. Okay? He's trying to signal the last ship that's coming home or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're coming home to Earth with great news of a Jupiter moon that might be able to support life. Everyone's dead, and George Clooney can't get a hold of the ship. So what does he do? Packs up his shit. Oh, and there's a little girl that got left behind or something too. So he takes the girl, George Clooney and the girl, and they hoof it through the snow. And it's just adventures, I guess, of what's going to happen to George Clooney and this girl as they're trying to get to a satellite so they can contact the ship and say, hey, no, turn around. You don't want to do something. Dude, it's trash, dude. It's so bad. At one point, George Clooney falls in the Arctic water, and the whole time they're portraying the snow and like the melting Arctic, right, as cold. Right there, oh, it's a blizzard. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, bundle up. All this shit. George Clooney falls in the water, swims down after a snowmobile, because he falls in with the snowmobile. He's swimming after the snowmobile in what is portrayed as negative 15-degree water. Swimming down. He's holding his breath at least 30 seconds. Comes up to the surface. He's not even gasping for air. Oh, well, that's confusing, because I thought it was cold just a second ago. And it's nighttime. Regardless, you'd be out of breath and you'd be cold. But that's fine. So I let that go off, right? I'm like, that's fine. Not really sure who did their research here or didn't do their research, but I'll let that slide. As things continue, the spaceship, we're like halfway through the movie at this point, and they want us to start caring about the crew on the spaceship. For what reason? So all of a sudden they're trying to do like character development. So it's like two different movies. You're watching George Clooney trudge through snow with a girl. Again, she's mute, so she doesn't talk. They're walking through the snow. They're freezing their asses off. And then all of a sudden they want you to start paying attention to character development that's happening on the ship that they're trying to contact. Oh, no. Start that earlier. Don't start that halfway through the movie. And so they're doing all these gags and whatever, and like the crew's like laughing, and I think two of them are like romantically involved, or one has a baby on the way, of course, right? Because you gotta raise the stakes. And then they're like, oh no, we can't hear George Clooney. Oh, we got a hold of George Clooney. We can't hear him. So then their ship gets damaged by asteroids, like a asteroid belt that apparently they didn't see coming as they were flying. So these people go out. Dude, I hate this movie so much, and I'm boring myself to death. I am so sorry, but these people go out. They fix the radar. They fix the telecommunication device. And on their way back, oh no, more asteroids that they were not warned about. More asteroids incoming. Oops. All of a sudden, the ship starts falling apart. A woman gets stabbed in the back by debris. And how does she know? Oh, she knows because there's blood bubbles that are bubbling to the top of her space helmet. No. If your suit was punctured in zero gravity space, you would be sucked out that hole. Nothing punctures your suit and then plugs up the hole. That technology doesn't exist. But if they would have explained that, oh, it's the future, all of a sudden we're allowed to have spacesuits that plug themselves up of shrapnel, maybe I'd buy it. But they didn't. They just want us to believe that they're normal spacesuits. So I'm calling bullshit. She dies. Oops. Don't care because I never cared about her from the beginning. The whole movie sucked. And turns out of all these people, George Clooney's daughter, dude, they're playing these flashbacks to young George Clooney, but it's not even George Clooney. It's a completely different actor. It took me 5 flashbacks to get that they were trying to show that was George Clooney. I'm like, where's the resemblance? Couldn't they just they did CGI Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. Couldn't you just do CGI young George Clooney? Spend a little money, Netflix. Huh? Next time you might have a better film. Yikes, dude. Toxic. I am very sorry. Don't watch Midnight Sky. Do yourself a favor. I watched that one on Christmas Eve. Trash. And also, why would Netflix buy that, dude? What are you thinking? Like, what suits and executives are sitting in a room going, hey, this would be great. Oh, what a fantastic idea. Yeah. George Clooney. Okay, got it. What else? Girl that doesn't talk. Cool. Okay. Oh, man. Good Lord. Dude. Listen to me, man. Good Lord. Like I said, ADHD is hot. It's hot. You know why it's hot? Because I'm aware of it now. And I think I made a comment about it. There was that Kanye West podcast, dude. That guy. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm saying when you listen to him, that's what I sound like when I took some time off of doing this because I got distracted and overwhelmed. Hey, and the whole thing is about forgetting perfection. And guess what I did? Got wrapped up in perfection, and I didn't podcast for like a month. So fuck me. But hey, I was gonna say new year, new me. It's not even that. You know why? Because I'm better than that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. Give me a second, please. Hold on. Okay, we're back. We're live. I had to reset my timer. That was the first time I've ever caught that. Wow. I am good. So I've been thinking about, I didn't want to say this into existence. I really didn't. Because I don't want to like put pressure on myself. You know, okay, fuck it. I'm already like alluding to it, so I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm trying to do a video every single day for, I don't know how long, but that's my plan. Is a video every a single day. And that includes, or that does not include, the podcast. Maybe, if I get lazy, maybe I'll make up an excuse as to why I can't put out a video that day. Might do that, right? And then I can use the podcast as a filler and be like, oh no, I still posted a video, but that's not my plan. My plan is to post 7 videos a day for an entire week. followed by every single day after that for an entire month, followed by every single day after that for an entire 6 months, and just keep going and see how far I can go. Because I have a tendency to lay off the gas. I'm either all in or I'm like a baby foot in. So like I need to be all in. So my idea here is when I get things up, I want to start a separate channel for just my podcast, just to host podcasts, and then everything else will just live on my main channel of whatever the smorgasbord of content I put out. But yeah, I want to podcast be separate from my videos. And like I'll start to make that transition probably like, hey, the new year, right? New year, new channel. Wow. But that's kind of my idea, because it's a little crowded, I think, when I post everything together in like YouTube format, video format. It gets a little crowded and annoying. So that's something to look out for. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I have like 5 people that probably just listen to it, but I'll post the thing to my other channel. And yeah, that's my plan. Also, while I was home, this is good. Dude, I don't know if anyone believes. Okay, so my dad and his wife were very kind to put us in touch with sidekicks while Sarah and I were home. Sarah and I love that shit. We love, like, okay, so we did this thing. We did this thing where on New Year's Eve of last year, New Year's Eve of last year, or two years ago, I think, we saw a psychic in Art Marble, 21 Art Marble. Is that what it's called? In South Lake Union. Dude, and she was like, I sat down. I thought about, she said, think about some things. So I thought about what I want to do, right? Like video production, that type of shit, just very like loose. I thought about, when am I going to die? Because I was ready. I was ready to hear it. If she was like, you're going to get hit by a vehicle tonight, Happy New Year, I would have been like, oh, staying off the streets. Or I would have been like, all right, here we go. This is it. This is how we're going out. Love everyone. Thought about that. Of course, she's not going to tell me about that, right? I thought about my dog, because he's old. We adopted him when he was 12. He's now 14. He's still doing fine. He's all right. I just worry about him sometimes. I worry about his health. I worry about his heart. I worry about his teeth. I worry about his joints. I'm a worrywart. That's my baby. So I was thinking about him. Maybe she was going to tell me something about my dog. And I think I was thinking about my relationship. I thought about a lot of things. ADHD, right? Another example. So she told me a bunch of shit. She told me one thing. She was like, you like someone here more than a friend, and if you don't tell them that, you will lose them. Ooh, you could argue generic. To me, it's a riddle. Who is it? Who do I like here? And I'm looking around. Am I gay? Am I secretly gay? Do I not know this about myself? Am I confused? I don't think so. I think I like women. And sure enough, years later, or not years later, it was probably months later, I had realized, I had this moment. I was high. I was with my wife, and we were doing something. And I was like, what she meant was that I treat you more as a friend and not enough like someone I value, a significant other. Dude, blew my mind. I was like, I had a whole fucking moment. I was in it. I was like, what? That's what she meant? So I told her, hey, I like you more than a friend. No, I had a whole moment where I was apologizing, dude, and I shaved my head, which I sometimes do, and dude, it sounds like I was tripping. No, I had like a spiritual come to moment. Where I was like, this is what she means. Like I joke around with you too much. I don't tell you enough how much I value like our relationship and you and how much you do for me and my dog. And yeah, so that's what she meant. Was you like someone here more than a friend, and if you do not tell them that, you will lose them. Now, of course, you could be like, oh, Ryan, she's just speaking in generic. I don't think so. That's not how it works, okay? She said some other shit. I don't know. It's not that important. I think she told Sarah how many kids we were going to have. She told Sarah that a big move was coming. Oh, we're in Nashville. Oh, not a coincidence. And then later on, my brother saw the same woman. We got the card from the woman. Her card is now disconnected. Otherwise, I would plug her right now. I don't understand. I think her number, something happened. I'm not really sure. Anyways, my brother called her, and my brother paid for a session, right? Because we got like free 5, 7, 10-minute readings from this woman. Super lovely. Alex went and did it, and he paid for like a whole hour session. Dude, the amount of information she told him, he should have written down. I don't know if he has it like backlogged or saved or the audio recordings or something, but this is some heavy shit. And one of the things that she was telling him was that Seattle was done with him. That Seattle was like ready to move on from their relationship together, right? And I thought that was very interesting to me because I've been saying that to a lot of people lately. Because I'm salty about Seattle. Seattle sucks. Toxic. I apologize. Right? Perspective. Positivity. I'm better than that. Yeah, man. And there was that. So Sarah and I got in touch with psychics while we were home, and we did a whole Zoom reading with them for 3 hours. 3 fucking hours. And it was mind-blowing. It was amazing, dude. Absolutely insane. They read Sarah first, and they did like her spiritual cards and like tarot cards. I'm not really sure. I have they sent audio recordings, so I could go back and like listen to the whole thing. It's incredible. So they did this whole thing with Sarah, and then after that, they did me, and they tell you about your health, your life, your career, your choices. They talked to Sarah more about babies. Oh, okay, a little soon. Ease up. I don't want kids yet. Okay? Don't get any ideas. So they did this whole thing, and then what else? And then they put us in touch. Dude, they got in touch with the other side, we'll call it. Which is crazy because we're just watching the Soul movie as well, right? I'm telling you, man, spiritual awakening 2021. Huh? If you're not awake yet, get with the program. It was crazy, though. They said some wild shit about a grandmother I've never met. She passed. Pretty, wow, what a mood killer, huh? I'm just saying, this is why I've never met her. It's not like she lives in another state. She just wasn't alive when I was born. But she was communicating with me, dude. It was very, very, very heavy. It was like heavy shit. But I was down with it. Like every second of it. It was amazing. So, that's that. Dude, that's what you should do, is go see a psychic. In 2021, you should go see a psychic. Like, it's crazy. Like, it blew my fucking mind. Oh, dude. going off of that, I'm sure people know about like the explosion that happened in Nashville. Super crazy. And it's crazy that I wasn't here for it. I was in Seattle when it happened. Obviously, it was on Christmas Day. So it's like, it's crazy. A lot has happened this year, but there was nothing of the magnitude of that, I feel like, at least in the United States. Like, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that happened in 2020, but kind of gets lost and confused. But there wasn't like anyone blowing themselves up along with fucking 2 city blocks. Like, that shit's crazy. And I cannot believe that, like, I'm not like close. I mean, I'm 10 minutes from the city, but it's not like close enough to have done anything, but it's still like, one of my clients works down there, and I was just shooting down on those streets like the night before we left. So I do work down there. Not that I would have found myself down there on Christmas Day that early in the morning, and it's wild. I don't understand it. And what is even crazier about it was like there was, I don't know what, I mean, you could call it, I guess you could call it terrorism, right? It's definitely an act of terrorism, but I'm confused why he was playing a warning. Like, why he was alerting everyone around him that he was about to do it. This is so fucking odd to me. Like, none of it makes sense. And I'm not a guy for conspiracy theories at all. I enjoy them if it's good, but I'm not going to sit here and go, wow, I'll get into it. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to like buy into that shit because I think it's insane. The whole thing is insane. I don't understand why somebody would want to do that. And then everyone's trying to link it to the election and how the guy handled the electronic ballots or something. The guy who owned the building that the explosion was in front of worked electronic ballots or owned a company that was headquartered in that building that handled the electronic ballots. I don't fucking know, dude. But and so there's 2 things here, right? Because I think the last video or the last podcast I did, the last piece of content that I did, drove me so fucking crazy because I think it was the political one where we're like neck and neck with the election, and I'm like, who the fuck is gonna win? Dude, it broke my fucking brain. The whole thing. So this time around, you have Republicans playing the crazy card, saying they're saying it was the fucking Democrats, in that they are trying to hide the evidence of a tampered election. Dude, how fucking dumb could you be? How fucking stupid could you be? There's no fucking way, man. There's no way. And then you know, the other, like, dude, who knows, man? Everyone was saying that this guy was fucking nuts. So what? Like, the Democrats recruit this guy and they fucking, hey, go blow yourself up and, take out the fucking building while you're at it. He wouldn't have had to do that. He could have just fucking, I don't know. There's a lot of shit, man. If you go read anywhere, like, it's all over TikTok, Twitter, all this shit, you just see people spewing bullshit about, it's because of this. I know why he blew himself up. Merry Christmas. No, it's not. It's not the case. And you don't fucking know. And guess what? No one's gonna know. Because the fucking dipshit blew himself up. And as far as I'm concerned, he didn't leave a note. Didn't leave a trace. No one's gonna know. What the hell, dude? What a fucking weirdo. What an absolute weirdo. And so now if you're pissed off at the election or something, or whatever message you're trying to send, dude, you could have done it in a fucking another way. Are you kidding me? Instead, you're going to go strip away, as if COVID and the fucking tornado in Nashville and 2020 altogether wasn't difficult enough for businesses. You're going to go and drive your fat ass downtown, blow yourself up, and the rest of the historic fucking district of Nashville and blow up all these fucking small businesses? Oh, dude, great job, you fucking moron. What an idiot. Dude, that shit pisses me off, dude. Dude, everyone, yesterday I went downtown to scope out, I have a buddy who's getting engaged, and I'm supposed to do photography the night of his engagement, which I'm super excited for. So I was scoping it out. I'm like, this would be a perfect spot. Everyone was down there, like, walking around and shit next to the, like, roped off parts of Nashville, like, downtown. It was so odd. What's the fucking point? What are you doing? I don't know. I don't get why it's like a tourist activity to now go look at that. Like, a dude blew himself up. Piece of shit or not, dude leveled a lot of businesses and blew himself up. And you have people walking around down there like it's fucking date night. It was so weird, dude. I was getting pissed. I started filming everyone because I'm like, you guys are the crazy ones. Like, what the hell and people are smiling and laughing, not at the thing, but just like in general, like in a good mood. I'm like, how are you able to be down here and like see the damage that was done, and you're able to just like yeah, oh my god, oh, you want to go get a fucking ice cream cone? Oh yeah, okay, well, oh yeah, COVID doesn't exist too also down here, because apparently Tennessee is like number 1 in fucking transmitted cases. Great going, huh? Again, could you chill the fuck out? 2020 and Nashville. Relax. It's insane, dude. I don't know. People drive me crazy. That's why I don't have a lot of friends. Dude. Also, well, let's talk about something good. Let's talk about something good here. Kid Cudi's new album. You haven't heard that? That's a great piece of content. That's a great piece of media right there. His new album, I think it's Man on the Moon 3. 2 was garbage. Man on the Moon 2, don't know what you were doing there, Kid Cudi, but hey, I'm glad you took the time with the third one because it was pretty good. And I still listen to it. I listen to it pretty religiously, actually. I'm probably going to burn out on the album. That's what I do with music. Anytime I find a good album or good songs, like I really want them to last, like Holiday by Lil Nas X, I drove that song into the ground. Anyone that knows me, anytime I got in the car, anytime I took a video, fucking Holiday's playing. It's so catchy. I don't know how he does it. He's incredible. He does a great job. Just crazy. I don't know why I do that. I like burn songs out and albums full length. You know, I don't know why. It's insane. Dude, I'm like not in a great mood now. See, I shouldn't have done that, dude. I shouldn't have just talked about the fucking stupid idiot and the people around downtown. Well, I just saw my reflection in my phone, and I think my sister's right, dude. These bags are designer. These bags are designer. And they look like shit. Oops. Yeah, man. I don't know. I had this when we were getting on the plane. Everyone's super paranoid to the point where I heard people are wearing like sunglasses and like protective eyewear on planes now because they're afraid of COVID getting in their eyes. Like, I don't even know to the full extent how this shit is like transmitted, but I can tell you right now, I'm probably not gonna wear goggles on the plane. So I started having this idea of getting like the suction cup, like scuba, scuba goggles, right? That you go like snorkeling with. Get that shit. Stick it on your face with a full-on like medical, like couple of medical masks, like 2. You put a hood on. Dude, you'll look like an absolute fucking maniac. But they can't do anything about it. You know why? Because that's what is that? PPE? Is that what they call it? Personal protective equipment. Is that what that stands for? Not really sure. But you should do that on the next flight. Scuba Steve. How Scuba Steve combats COVID. Now there's a story, huh? I'm in the wrong business. I should be in media. I should be in news. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think I'm good here. It's a good first one back. Right? We're dying out. We're losing steam. It's all good. My coffee's wearing off, I think. Or coffee. I think it's tea. It's caffeinated tea. I'm trying to be on this tea kick. Right? Big tea guy. Another thing, my wife got me mushroom tea. It's like powder. There's ashwagandha mushroom that is stirred up into a tea. And that one's supposed to calm and relax me. Probably help with my ADHD, right? The other one is lion's mane. Now that just sounds good. And that is another form of powdery shroom tea. And you mix it up and it's supposed to be like focused. Like you're supposed to be hyper focused. So, hey, check it out. It's called Mud Water, I think. MDWTR, something like that. It's pretty good. I like it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's all I got. If you're bored, check out some videos on the YouTube channel, right? I just taste tested Bud Light seltzers. I actually did that back in November, and I just posted it. I recorded it last month, posted it this month, because I'm sitting on a ton of content that I just like chicken shit out from posting. So I'm trying to get over that. But, hey, face down your imperfections, huh? That's how you're gonna get good. You're never gonna get good trying to craft perfection. Never gonna do it. You won't achieve it. Just look at Wonder Woman 84. Oh, that's a callback. All right, I'm fucking done. Go watch some videos or something. Thank you for your time, everybody who still gives a shit. And hey, have a fucking safe and happy new year. And maybe set yourself some new intentions, right? Change your perspective, change your career, change your location, change it up a little. Because I think we're all a little sick and tired of the rut that we're in that we call 2020. See, if my wife was here, I'd have her say something like inspirational. That's all I fucking got. So that's what you get. All right. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye.